I just got off of work, but I want to make a video about a tool that I'm using. So we're in the process of renovating our bathroom. The video's not up yet. There's a lot still left to do, but we did put the sheetrock back up. We have pretty much 90% of the bathroom completed. So I haven't installed 2 of the recessed lights that I have to install. So we're going to talk about a new product from Klein tools, and it's called the adjustable hole saw. So normally what I do when I'm working with recessed light cutouts is I will use my Diablo bimetal 6-inch hole saw, right? And this is a great tool. I have nothing but good things to say about this tool. It's a snap lock, so it's very easy to adjust and change sizing if you're doing 4-inch or something like that. And this is a bimetal blade, so we can just do way more than recessed light cutouts. And on top of that, I have a dust collector that I got off of Amazon. This is what it looks like. I can't find it right now. It's somewhere deep in my van. That goes on here. Whenever I'm cutting, I never get dust anywhere because I have that. So this is really good, but it's a little bit heavy. It's a little bit heavy. It's really deep for bimetal applications that are a lot thicker, and it's just a heavier piece of equipment. So after like a while, if you're doing a lot of recessed lights in one day, this can get really exhausting. A really good alternative here is this new Klein Tools adjustable hole saw. Now, I've had things like this already. Milwaukee makes one. Klein used to make a completely different one. And they both broke on me at different times. They lasted a decent amount of time, but the adjustable hole saw just has a lot of moving parts to it. So after a while, once I got this, I stopped using them because this was just a lot easier, less pieces, all of that. But now they made a new one, so I want to try this new one out and see what is the difference between the old one and the new one and see, you know, how it does. And this one has a bunch of really cool new features that I didn't know about. So this allows you to cut holes from 2 inches all the way to 7 inches. It's a really nice large range. So this is what the dust collector looks like. It is a definitely thicker plastic. The plastic that they had on this last time was a lot thinner, and it actually ended up cracking a lot of the time. So they did come out with a nice new plastic piece here, right? So now this is the new setup. So something that I like about this a lot is the ability to put it on an impact, right? I don't always have my hammer drill with me, and a lot of the time that's one of the biggest things that I don't love is that the hammer drill is really powerful, and a lot of these, especially for the old Klein one of these, as well as the Diablo attachment, they're for the hammer drill, not for the impact. So this is impact rated. You're obviously able to put it on a hammer drill if you need to put it on a hammer drill. And then we see here there is inches on both sides. So it's basically going to tell you exactly where you need to be for the hole size that you're trying to cut. So what you do is if you're going to adjust this, right now it's at 6.5. Before you would pull this out and this whole feeler bit would come out and everything, and that's how you would adjust. You don't have to do that anymore. If you just pull this down, turning it left is going to make it smaller, and turning it right is going to make it larger, and turning it left is going to make it smaller. So there's no need to now hand adjust this. This is just freaking awesome. So we're going to do a little bit over 6. We're not going to do 6.5. We're going to do a little bit over 6. This is what she looks like. We're going to drop it down here into there like that. And then there is this piece that's a spring. So basically what happens is when you actually make the cut in the drywall and you stop, this spring loads and it pulls the piece of drywall out for a clean cut. So you're not trying to rip the drywall out. So it goes in like this. Oh, there we go. All right, so she snapped in. This is in here like so. And then another really cool thing, I'm gonna get my vacuum, but nobody told me this, but there's a vacuum port here. I was looking at this second hole and I was like, what the hell is this? It's for a vacuum port. So we're gonna stick my Milwaukee vacuum in here and we're gonna see how good this is. So this is not only a dust collector, but it dust eliminates. And if this is the real deal, I mean, normally right now I have a dust bowl for this, and then obviously when I take the sheetrock down, I just flip it into a bucket and the sheetrock falls, and then I vacuum. But for me not to have to vacuum would be crazy. So we're gonna go in the bathroom and we're gonna try this out. And we're gonna start doing a lot more tool reviews on here. This is my new office. That's the setup. Looks pretty good, honestly. We're gonna try this out. I'm excited for this. All right, so we're obviously not done, but just to show you, that's the recessed light that we put into the shower. And then this is the exhaust fan that we installed. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna link all this in my bio because this is actually like a smart exhaust fan and you're able to put music on and do a nightlight and all this good shit. So we're gonna show you that too. We have this really nice mirror up. I got off of Amazon, link it in the bio. Don't worry everybody, I'll give you all the deets. But we're gonna put one recessed light here and one recessed light here. I'm gonna literally do it directly above the washer and dryer, so there's no really, maybe I should map it out. Because I already have the light coming from over here, so it doesn't need to be close there. I just need to get it like, I'll do one and then I'm gonna measure off for the second one. Let me go get my shit. Okay, so we're at 3 feet and 7 inches. All right, so I'm gonna put the first one here. Yep, that's a good spot. Okay, right? And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, but I am not getting down. Normally, I go backwards when I do this too, so we're gonna try frontwards. Oh, my vacuum. All right, here we go. Okay, so a couple things. Firstly, pretty clean cut. The only thing I didn't love was that my attachment for my vacuum wasn't really great. But other than that, I mean, it definitely did the job and there's little to no mess. Okay, I need to put my impact on 3 because that was definitely the issue for that. It didn't clean up all of it in here, but it got a lot. Pretty good. Gotta find my wire. Wire, where are you? Oh, look. It's right here. I know these look close together, but I wanted them close together. Also, these recessed lights, I will be linking in my bio. In case anybody's interested, I get them off of Amazon and they're really affordable and they have that really cool nightlight feature that you guys know I love so much. Strip the wire. These ones come with Wagos. I know like you're either team wire nut or team Wago, but like I like them both. Especially for recessed lighting, I like the Wagos because you can't fit a lot of wires into these small boxes. So using wire nuts is a little bit more difficult. For this application. The switch is off, right? Yeah. Oh, I already have a switch on this wire, which is why I was so adamant about getting this done. But it's been a while and I still haven't done it, so we're gonna do it now. So I definitely liked the Klein new hole saw. I have to see what attachment I actually need for that, for the vacuum. I feel like the vacuum has a little bit more potential with the correct attachment, but of course I lost all of my attachments to my van over a period of time because I'm not the only one that uses that vacuum. So I need to figure out what attachment. I think I did 4,000K for these. These are the recessed lights. I might do it a little, no, that was perfect. Between 6.5 and 6, there's one mark. That's like the perfect size for the recessed light cutouts. No struggle to put it in. I hate doing stuff to my own house after work. Normally if I'm doing things this close, I would have, like, if somebody liked 4-inch, I would have done 4-inch, but I personally hate the way that 4-inch looks. So I'm never gonna do 4-inch in my own house. But yeah, so minimal dust collection, and if there was any dust collection, it stayed inside the thing there. Wow. Okay. Let's turn them on. Here we go. Okay, so personally, I'm loving that. The 2 looks really good. I'm so glad I did the 2. I was slightly concerned about it at first when I was cutting it, and I was like, 2 looks stupid. But no, I actually think it really brightens up the room. So we have so much light in here now. Now watch this. So they're dimmable, obviously. So if I don't want them to be that strong, I can dim them. And then clicking it once, click it twice. I made a night light. Rating this, I mean, that was a pretty fast cutout time. Pretty good hole it did. Minimal dust. Any dust that's left in here stayed in here. There's not really much dust around besides the dust that I made when I dropped this thing twice. The green tape will come off eventually. We're actually planning on putting molding up there, just because I like the look of it in a lot of bathrooms I've been in. The cool thing about being an electrician is that you actually have the ability to go into other people's houses to do work, and you see what they do, and you're like, that's a good idea. We have our vanity mirror, our 2 recessed lights there, the 1 recessed light there, and then finally we have our fan there. So if I had to rate this product, I would definitely rate it very high. These didn't come, the blades didn't come loose yet. Like I said, I'm gonna have to definitely do this a couple more times so I can let you guys know about the blades, because the blades are always an issue for me, but they tend to wobble very early on in the first couple of holes that I make. So right now she's doing really good. Pilot bit is doing great. The bowl, amazing. The only reason that I would rate it a 9 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10 is because I didn't have the correct attachment for the vacuum. So I don't know how good the suction is with the correct attachment. I lost my attachment, so I need to get the correct attachment. I'll come back and try it again. But honestly, even if it didn't have the vacuum, everything stayed inside the bowl. And there was also no marks left around the lights. So I mean, it's basically a 10 out of 10. Like I said, this is really good for applications where you're doing a lot of recessed lights in a finished home, and you do not have the ability to hold your arm up with a hammer drill and a giant hole saw. That's bimetal. So, but if you're going through plaster, highly recommend the Diablo blade over this. I haven't tried this on plaster yet. What do you guys want to see next?